kitchen. Mr. Shortie Williams, chef and owner of the Roadhouse in Alicanas, in Zakynthos. And he's going to show us what?
I'm going to show you a recipe that my mother brought back from Singapore, where we lived when I was a child, in the 60s. I know I don't look that old. Anyway.
Is there a name to this recipe?
No. It's just what people used to eat in the street when we lived there.
Back in the 60s?
Back in the 60s.
And this is what you remember as a kid now, yeah?
Absolutely. But I have to say one thing. What you see as Malaysian food nowadays is pretty similar to Thai food or Vietnamese food, Indonesian food. This is the upper market. These are people that actually lived in the streets where we lived.
So we're talking authentic Malaysian food.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I look forward to it.
So do I.
Let's go to the ingredients, yeah?
Okay.
What's the main meat?
Right.
I believe it is meat.
It is meat, yeah.
Oh, good.
It's
because I had vegetables the last 3 days, so I could do with a bit of meat.
Yeah, I can see that,
So
mate.
fantastic.
Yeah. So basically, the recipe is around leftovers.
Lovely.
When years and years
we love
ago,
that, yeah.
Yeah, years ago. It doesn't matter what meat you use. Okay, so this is the lamb I've used today. We cooked this yesterday, just so we could have leftover meat, basically. But that's about the size you want to cook it. Cut it, sorry. About that size.
Okay.
Okay, nothing bigger, nothing smaller. Then we're going to use onion.
Which you've sliced, I see, yeah?
I sliced the onion, yeah.
Okay.
We want some body from the onion, and we're going to use apple, which is the only fruit in the curry. Yeah, we've got some lamb stock, which obviously I achieved when I cooked the
lamb off
itself.
yesterday.
And we've got some other spices and bits and pieces. I'll go through that as we go along.
Okay.
And there's not much else other than the dressings, which are very important with this. It's a refreshing summer curry, and it's more about what you eat it with than what the curry is. So it's very simple to make, and it's very rewarding. So we've got a hot pan. It's been on there for about 20 minutes. Here's the gas is very low. And I'm going to put some sunflower oil in there.
He's a glug of that.
Okay? Yeah, okay.
It's expensive.
Okay.
It's not as expensive as olive oil. This is why I'm using sunflower oil. But you can use any good vegetable oil, anything you like. What we're trying to do, we're trying to emulate the curry that I used to have. When we moved back to the UK, we couldn't get the ingredients. So we had to improvise and use things that we could get in the UK. 1968, I think it was.
68.
68 we come back. Yeah, I was there for 2.5 years. So.
How old were you then?
35. I'm going to put the onion in. Let's just test it a little bit.
Quite a generous amount of onion, eh?
It is, yeah. There's 2 large onions there. So we're going to take this to almost translucent, and then we're going to add the next ingredient. See on the onion there, it looks lovely, starting to brown a little bit.
Yep.
We're now going to add
Beautiful.
the apple.
Okay.
And the apple, you can leave the skin on. You're
Yep.
never going to know whether the skin's on or off when you're eating it.
And that would be just like a Granny Smith
It's-
type thing, is it?
In the UK, definitely would use a Granny Smith's, and I think this is the Greek equivalent. Just got to let that settle down, let the juices come out of the apple and mix with the onion.
Lovely.
So, okay, the apple is now beginning to soften and blend in with the onion. We're going to leave that to soften a little bit longer.
Right.
Okay.
And I can probably tell you a little bit about
Love to.
where it came from.
Absolutely love to.
So when we lived in Singapore, the people that used to cook on the streets, they used to have these massive woks over these fires. But one of the things they would do is make this basic style of curry, and it really is basic. The thing is about the whole thing, the whole curry is, it's not about spiciness or flavours. They just made this basic thing. And we used to have, I think I said before, we used to have this Amah, who was somebody who cleaned the house, done the cooking, that sort of thing. And she used to come around and cook this for my mother, like at least once a week, from the leftover meats that we
Right.
had.
And this is where your mum obviously got the recipe from, yeah?
Absolutely. And
Lovely.
it was shocking how simple it was, number one. Number two, when we moved back to England, it was shocking because we couldn't get hold of the ingredients that you needed to make it. So my mother improvised this version, which I thought would be great for you people, because if you want to follow this recipe, you can get these ingredients simple. You've probably got most of them on your shelf. So away you go. Okay, we're getting to the stage now. We're going to add, I'm going to add the leftover meat. It's only left over because I cooked it yesterday. So we're going to put the lamb in.
You mean
there's a bit that wasn't cut.
That big bit's mine. That's for later.
did you say that's left over?
Well, I did say it. It's meant to be left over. And trust me, you can mix any meat in this. You can put, if you've got a little bit of pork left one week, a little bit of beef left, put it in the freezer. Mix them all together and make this curry. Now, I'm going to add some stock. I mean, this is the actual lamb stock from when I cooked the lamb, but you can use any stock you like. It really doesn't matter. Beef stock, use something made with a stock cube.
Okay.
Don't be shy.
Don't get
Just
precious
use
about it. Yep.
That's right. And we're going to put a can of tomatoes chopped. Now you can use, again, you can use fresh tomatoes if you want to waste your energy.
Which is probably what they did back in the day.
They certainly did. I'm going to put a second can in.
Okay.
I mean, everything I'm doing, you've got to use your own tastes and, you know, it's your curry, how you like it. So do it the way I'm doing it now, and then adjust it to what you like.
Exactly. You got to put water as well.
I'm going to put some water in there now.
Don't you think you have enough liquids in there? Or not?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
Do you want to cook it then?
No.
No, I'm only joking. You want it quite wet.
Okay. It is a wet curry, yeah? Or you're going to boil it down?
Oh, we're going to boil it down a bit, and then we're
Okay.
going to thicken it. In this particular curry, I like to use a couple of these, what are they, Maggie or Knorr stock cubes. Enough stock cubing to satisfy my flavours. I love a little bit of salt. I'm now going to put some cracked black pepper in, just a little bit, just a pinch, and a pinch more. As always.
Okay. One for the pot,
Yep.
as they say.
And that's that. We're going to give it a good stir around, and I'm going to leave it for 5 minutes. Then we're going to finish it off. I just want it to, everything to cook away the powders, cook away the stock, let it boil together and become one thing. Here we go. Okay, so now if you look in here, it's reduced to a beautiful. It's lovely. It's thick and everything's still whole. You can still see the meat.
Right.
So now we're going to finish off the flavours. Now, when we lived in Singapore, everything was available. And when we moved back to the UK in the 60s, you couldn't go to the store and buy tamarind and the likes of. And my father was a stickler for his flavours. So basically, what he did, he said to my mother, get that flavour the same. And she couldn't, because she didn't have the right ingredients. So we needed mango. You couldn't get mango chutney. We used to have papaya chutney, which was made from the tree in our garden. The guys used to climb this big palm tree, pick the papayas, bring it down, and our Amah used to make the papaya chutney.
Yeah,
chutney.
Fantastic.
And that was the way it was then. But when we moved back to South Ockington in Essex, there was nowhere to buy papaya.
You mean you didn't have a papaya
mango.
tree in
So what did
Ockington?
Mum do?
Mum used her brain and she went out and bought this stuff. And she put this stuff in this curry instead of tamarind and mango or papaya.
Is this when your dad divorced her? Or?
This is when my dad took a second vow of marriage.
Oh,
yeah.
You want 2 heaped dessert spoonfuls.
Oh, that's going to
Okay.
sweeten that up.
And you can smell it already. You can smell how good that is. And here we go. Nothing Shorty ever does has not got Marmite in it. So
was that your bum?
my bum. No,
Your mum?
she put in Marmite. So I'm going to put about half a dessert spoonful in this big old lump. If you're going to do 4 people, you want a good teaspoon. So now you're looking, it's looking really good. So
Yeah.
all we've got to do is get the masala in there. We're going to sprinkle in the curry powder. Then it's,
So this is the last touch, yeah?
this is the last touch.
gonna
I'm going
give
to put 3 in
It's
there.
going to bring a lot to the party, I think.
Oh.
3 dessert spoonfuls. It's mild. Everything I do is mild. I never use hot. Again, that's up to you. You make your curry the way you want to make it. And the way to do it is the way I do everything. Make it to the recipe. If you don't like it, change it. What we're going to do...
Get another glass of wine and
So another glass of wine. We're going to make this. We're going to make the dressings for the curry, which are very important. And have another glass of wine.
Brilliant.
Whatsoever.
Oh yeah, man. Tasty. Really, really tasty. It's amazing. What can I do for you?
Oh, we're there. Pass me a plate, mate. Let's
I
get
think
on
I've got
with
money to that.
it. You can
There you are.
Thank you very
Look
much.
at those colours.
So okay, so now we've got our dressing of apple, banana, tomato. If you like a bit of onion, cucumber, stick it on.
You could say it's a fruity summer.
It is, and trust me, you don't want to eat this curry without. So we're now going to put a bit of Diane's rice in the middle, which is beautiful. And now we're going to take a good lump of this lovely curry.
Oh, look at that.
Stick a bit. Let's be generous, look.
A dollop.
And then desiccate your coconut on the top. I don't care whether you like all of this stuff. You must have it because it works. Everything works together and it's meant to be together. It's a marriage on a plate. It really
It looks
is.
amazing. Smells amazing. So, chef,
Sushi.
thank you
Thank you
for cooking this amazing dish.
God bless you.
Absolutely brilliant. Can't wait. Really can't wait to taste it. Got the audience in the back there.
I just want to say hi to Ali. Mate, I miss you. I miss you. And I hope to
Cheers.
see you soon.
God bless you. You will see him
Lovely.
soon.
Oh, God. I hope so.
So thank you for cooking this. It's absolutely brilliant.
Thank you very
It
much.
smells amazing. I can't wait. Yamas.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching us. If you like the video, please subscribe, share, like. See you in the next video.
Yama.
Yamas.
Yamas. Food made for sharing with friends. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely.